We are back on Spongebob Tower Defense, and we are going to be showcasing another one-of-one unit. Insanely rare. You're not going to see this anywhere else. Let's go ahead and hop straight into the video. So we are here with No Zombie, aka also known as Dr. Bean, in a couple of the Discords. I am going to give him a bunch of collateral. I am also streaming my game into the Discord. Apparently there's been some word going around that I am some reason a duper. That is just not the case, guys. I always show my trades back every single time. I make sure that there is no sneaky business going on whatsoever. I am going to be giving him a bunch of payment, but basically I'm just going to be grabbing as much as I can, giving him a bunch of collateral, the best of my ability, and then in the end I am going to be giving him a bunch of payment. Huge shout out to my boy No Zombie for letting me borrow this unit. Can't have done it without him. We will be doing the payment afterwards though, guys, but shout out to No Zombie. Holy crud, guys. Invincibubble shiny Wumbo with the maxed out power patty, and it's got Neptune's crown on it. This is about to be an insane showcase for you guys. You guys know I absolutely love me some one-of-one units, and here we are with another one. It says 0 exists, but I promise this is right now the only one to exist in the game, and it's already 5-star with the Neptune's crown. Absolutely insane unit. We're just adding to the index. Look at that beauty on there. All the way to maxed out. This has not been done before. It's the first look at one of the new limiteds that can now be shiny Wumbo. We are still looking for that shiny Wumbo Lloyd and Floyd. I'll probably get that in a little bit, and that will put us at 609. That's leaving us with 15 more units to get, but 3 of them are not obtainable, so only 12 more to get. You know, the minute that I find them, I am going to be asking to borrow them, and of course I will be paying for them. I always try to give a little bit of in-game payment to borrow some units. I don't like doing all that borrowing for free stuff, but let's go ahead and look at this unit's damage. We are going to add secret formula to this thing for right now. I just want to see how much this maxed out damage is doing, so let's go ahead and get secret formula really fast. So we got the secret formula, Seabear. Let's go ahead and check these damage numbers. 287,000 damage for a Pierce. That is not too bad, guys. It looks a little underwhelming, but I promise you this thing is a boss killer. Now that I did get to see those damage numbers, I am going to throw Sidekick back on it really quick, and then we're going to test this out in boss battles, because last time I checked, this was the 6th best boss battle, but we have gotten some better units since then. But maybe with the shiny Wumbo and being 5-star maxed out, it can be a part of your boss battles team. Not the easiest unit to get for your boss battles team, but I just want to see if it can be a part of the meta. So before we do hop into the boss battles, I did check the video where I did do best boss battlers, and Invincibubble did get a pretty good time. It did get a minute 21, while the Muscle Bob got a minute 18. So I am going to go ahead and retest that really fast, just in case my pets did get a little bit better. So let's go ahead and pull out the Muscle Bob really fast, and then after that, we will do the Invincibubble, and we'll see if it is better than the Muscle Bob with a Lifeguard whistle. So we will have to test for a couple of seconds when it does come to the final results. But let's go ahead and hop into a Hydra Karen 1, tier 1. Let's go ahead and see how long the Muscle Bob is taking. So loading into Hydra Karen 1. Here we go. We are starting now with the Muscle Bob. It's got secret formula Seabear. That is the best traits to be running on your Muscle Bob, if you guys didn't know. Lifeguard is not the best item to be running on it. It is the Power Patty, the best item to run, but I don't like getting rid of whistles. I like the whistle that I have on it. It is so tempting to put a Power Patty on it though. But we're almost halfway through the damage, and we're only 30 seconds in, so it's looking like it's about to be maybe a minute 5-second finish. So the Muscle Bob did get a total of 57 seconds. That is not bad at all. I'm not sure why it's so much better than the last time. Maybe my pets are just that much better now. I'm glad I retested it, but 57 seconds for the Muscle Bob buff pants. Let's go ahead and hop in with the Invincibubble now. So now we have the Invincibubble. Let's go ahead and hop back into a Hydra Karen 1. And let's see how long that this is taking. I'm guessing maybe about 50 seconds. We're inside of the boss battle. Let's go ahead and start this wave, and let's see how fast this thing is. It looks pretty quick, I can't lie. Shiny Wumbo Invincibubble is going crazy. So the Invincibubble is coming in at 53 seconds, guys. It is better than a Muscle Bob inside of boss battles. I would say that's a pretty big dub for an Invincibubble. A pretty insane unit. Is actually viable in the boss battles. The only thing is how rare it is to get. If you guys are unaware how to obtain the Invincibubble regularly, you guys have to complete the unit index to at least 500 units in your variants, and then you can get an Invincibubble, but you only get a regular one. You have to use a shiny Wumbo potion from the crafting machine and hope that you get a secret one, because that is the only one that can be used on the limited units. You can see it right here, but still gonna be a real grind for you guys to try and shiny Wumbo yourself. But let's go ahead and hop into a boss battles. I am going to add a money farm so I don't leak. And let's see how far that this Invincibubble can get inside of a Con Street Endless. So we're here in Con Street Endless. Before I start, I want you guys to tell me, how far do you guys think this Invincibubble is going to get? I love hearing your guys' guesses. Try not to cheat. No skipping ahead if you guys can. My guess, I think, is going to get about 712. That's going to be my perfect guess right there. So one thing I forget about Invincibubble is that you can place 4 of them. Because it is a limited, you get 2 placements, and then you get 1 with the sidekick. That makes it 3. And then I have a potty. Oh, I don't even have my ouchie equipped. What the heck? I forgot I gave my ouchie to him, giving him a bunch of collateral, the best to my ability. My ouchie was a part of the collat, so I had to do this test without the ouchie. No, guys. I completely forgot. That is my mistake. I can't exactly go get it back either, so I'm gonna have to rock with what I have. Even then, I still think this is gonna get 700 or so. You guys gotta have faith in this unit. But that does make sense on why the times were different. The reason the Muscle Bob was at a minute 18 the last time was because I didn't have any pets equipped when I did run into the boss battle. So it makes perfect sense on why it was 57 this time and why it was a minute 18 last time. But either way, it was a fair test because we had the same pets both times. Let's go ahead and check the damage of this Invincibubble though. 273,000 on the dot, 0.5 on the cooldown, and 86.4 on the range. Let's go ahead and upgrade this thing all the way. 390,000 perfect damage, 0.4 on the cooldown, and 118.4 range. This thing looks like an absolute beast. This thing gets full map coverage, even the one all the way in the back. And then they also have a very slow cooldown, for a total of all 4 of them combined being about 1.2 million damage per second, or the more suffice answer, per hit, it's doing about 1.2 million, because you guys know the cooldown does not account towards the animation effect. But we will be back when this thing does get a little bit further. I'm thinking about maybe 500. So we are here on wave 444, reaching about 450, and so far it's still taking them out immediately. There is absolutely no progress with these units. Look at how quick they are dying. I'm thinking I was right on my guess of 700 so far. So I just watched the boss come in. It stopped at about right here. So we got to see how much longer these Invincibubbles got. They got to make it to at least 650, right? So we are on wave 533 now, and I'm starting to remember I do have to mark all of these on to last, otherwise we will end up dying a lot sooner than we should. Last for Pierce units and line units, so that way it does attack the entire line, guys. So it is wave 606. We are on a fresh set of waves, but we do have a little bit of an issue. We have the slow anchovies that are getting a little bit further, and the dirty bubbles are starting to get a little bit further. It made a big jump all of a sudden, but I'm not quite sure why. I think I have to keep a couple of these on last, but at the same time, it starts to leak after a while. As you guys can see right here, one did leak out, and so now I only have 1 unit hitting it right now, but it is able to take it out just in time. So it is looking like we did leak here on the slow anchovy. What an L. Maybe it's not getting as far as I thought. I'm not sure why. Maybe they do have to all be on first and not last. Maybe I had it wrong. So let's go ahead and try putting them all on first this time. Maybe this time it goes a little bit better and a whole lot less leaks. So far it's looking a little bit better, but I'm not quite sure yet. It's looking like a slow anchovy is going to get through. It couldn't pick it up in time. It looked like the Pierce is not picking up these units anymore. We might leak a lot earlier, not even on a boss wave, guys. What an odd finish for this Invincibubble, I can't lie. 630. Maybe with better pets I would have gotten 700, but this is still not a bad wave count for Invincibubble. But for how rare this thing is not that great. Still a really good boss battler though, and I can't take that away from him. The playtime was 35 minutes. Maybe if we slowed it down, we do a little bit better. But I keep all the tests fair across the entire board. I try to run the max speed on every single unit test. Let's go ahead and get this unit back to Dr. Bean, aka No Zombie, and let's hit the outro. So I do have to grab the pre-Gary from my alt account really quick. I am on my phone, so let me go ahead and throw the pre-Gary in. This is going to be a part of the payment that I am paying him for letting me borrow such a rare unit. And then let's go ahead and trade No Zombie. And we're going to get our stuff back and he's going to get his back. Look at that. He's 100,000 in his level. What a crazy grinder he is. Let's go ahead and give him this Invincibubble. We're also going to give him a pre-Gary. And then we're also going to be giving him 2 potties on top. Huge shout out from No Zombie. I can't stress that enough. If you guys do have a shiny Wumbo limited that is super rare and you guys want me to showcase it, go ahead and send me a DM, or you can leave it in the comments below. And I would love to showcase any type of unit that is the limited rarity and needs to have a potion on it. All right, this guy is go ahead and giving back all of our units. I'm making sure all the serial numbers are right. He did almost give me a 4 serial prehistoric Gary. That would have been a big L. I had to let him know that that is the wrong serial number. But there we go, the full trade back. Let's go ahead and hit the outro. But that is gonna do it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy it, go ahead and leave a like down below, comment, subscribe. Make sure to turn on those post notifications so you guys don't miss out on any future videos or updates. If you guys have made it this far and you can show a little bit of love on the Five Nights at Freddy's video that I made, go ahead and click on the video to the right. And until next time, I will see you guys. Peace.